What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Road to 1 million video in a series where we document our journey from zero to $1 million in revenue, wholesaling real estate with software, and a little bit of marketing thrown in there as well. So today, I want to talk about a lesson that is sort of a life lesson, but also a business lesson. And you probably heard it from a guidance counselor, your mom, a teacher, something of the sort. And that is, you can learn something from everybody. But this is especially true in business. Let me explain why I'm talking about this today. So earlier today, we were on a meeting about some Google pay-per-click ads. So if you don't know what that is, it's Google ads for wholesaling. They're great. It's inbound ads. And we were on a meeting with this fellow, and he explained it to us, a great guy. We're going to end up going with them. It's about 15-20% out of our budget right now, so probably not until we get another deal or two. But we didn't say that. He didn't say it was XYZ amount. In case he changes his price, I'm not going to say the exact amount, but whatever. It's like around 10 grand, and we're not looking to spend that this month. And immediately he said that, we're looking to spend like 5 right now. Immediately he said that, I was like, all right, no, we can't go with him right now. I didn't say that. I didn't say, oh, thank you, I'm not going to waste your time. There's some theory behind that where that would have been like kind of respectful, but no, I don't think so. I think we are going to go with him eventually, so I don't see it as wasting his time. And we talked and set up another meeting with their ads director guy, their expert. And why did we do this? Even though I don't intend with going with their company right now, we can learn something from them. And who said this? I believe this was Mr. Andrew Tate. Love him or hate him, evokes some sort of emotion. But he said this, is that he will always hear people out when they pitch a business idea. Now, I want to clarify with this. You should always hear people out. Whenever the higher you go with business, the more shiny objects that you're going to get thrown at you, and they may be appealing. Don't pursue them. I'm not saying pursue all these things, but listen to people pitch it. Listen to them, and you're going to understand the game of business in a more complete manner. So don't dismiss people because it's in a different sector, or they're younger than you, or they're way older than you, so they're not in the same level. Sure, there are going to be some people where the 30 minutes you spend with them is going to be significantly more valuable because they're at a more similar level. They're maybe 1 step ahead of you rather than 10 ahead or 10 behind. But you shouldn't dismiss anybody and saying that, oh, I'd rather talk to nobody than talk to this person. Horrible idea. Don't do that. I used to be like that, and only recently did I kind of change my mindset on this. I'd say recently, last probably 6 to 12 months. 12, kind of when we started our first business. As my dad would say, ever since I've been to college, he'll be like, oh, I have this client who is in real estate, or I have this guy who's in XYZ sector. You should talk to him. And I'd be like, oh, no, this guy's in commercial real estate. I want to do residential or vice versa, whatever. And I've learned that is extremely arrogant, not only arrogant, but misguided and a wasted opportunity. Not in the fact that like, oh, I could make money off of them, which you may, from the partnership, but more so that you can learn from them. The way I see it is that business is a game. And the more that you understand the rules and the methods of the game, all across all of the industries, every sector, government, private, whether it's real estate, whether it's a service or product business, whatever, there's overlap in every single way possible. And so the more that you understand about anything, the more that you're going to be able to take some of those lessons, apply it to your own business, but you'll be able to notice like market trends, that sort of thing. You want to be a well-versed, well-rounded, smart person in general. This is where like it comes into like a life lesson sort of thing. Why should you refuse information, simply put? Because you don't want to have a conversation with somebody. You don't want to spend 30 minutes getting to know somebody and their business, and you have to exchange some pleasantries about their family and the weather and the local sports team at the beginning. No, that's not a reason not to do it. I think some people get so one-track minded onto their business and onto their goals, which is great, and that's what you need to be successful, but it's like anything. There's a happy middle ground that is the truth and the most optimal way. And so be focused, have direction with what you want to do. Don't get distracted by shiny objects or by people in parallel industries that are trying to pitch you to come join their team or whatever. Maybe you do, but I'm not saying that you should do that. What you should do is learn from them, see how it applies to the economy and how businesses interact as a whole, and how your business plays a part of that, and learn from it and learn how you can apply those lessons. And don't ever dismiss a sales guy because you don't want to buy what he's saying. Hear out the whole pitch. Hear him out every time. Some guy, your friend comes with you, hey bro, we're gonna start hustlesweatshirt.net, whatever. Someone's always trying to start a clothing brand. Don't start a fucking clothing brand, please. For the love of God, don't. But if your homie pulls up to you, or some dude from high school sees you in the grocery store, he's like, hey man, I'm drop shipping NFTs. 2025, I don't know who the fuck would do that, but whatever. So he does. Don't just be like, oh, this guy's a retard, I'm gonna go walk out the door. Listen to what he's saying. Because, let's see, what's a good example of this? Just because it is wrong doesn't mean that you're not learning. For example, President Trump, he has never had a drop of alcohol in his life. His brother, Fred, tragically died at a young age of alcoholism. His father was an alcoholic. One behavior from the father led to two different paths, two different perspectives. Fred saw it, and he thought, oh, I should imitate this. There's a little more like, I don't know, like psychological shit in this example, but ignore it. Pretend it's like super black and white, which it's not. Fred saw this behavior and was like, oh, I should copy this, and had a not optimal result. Donald saw this and said, I should not do this. I should not do this. So that may be the case. You may be talking with someone who pitches you an idea, and it is absolutely abysmal. He wants to start a newspaper printing company. Who the fuck would do that? Hear him out, though. He might have something insightful to say, or he might be a complete idiot, in which case don't do business with this type of person, or these are the warning signs, or whatever reason it may be. So this is a lesson that you should implement in life, but especially in business. Don't be dismissive of relatives, friends, family, colleagues that are trying to introduce you to people that not only are they trying to introduce you to people, you should be proactive and try to expand your network in that way. And don't only try to expand your network into one industry or into one sector. Expand it across all horizons. You should focus on what you're pursuing, but you should not be a one-trick pony. So if you're well-rounded in the game of business entirely, you'll be a better entrepreneur and you'll be better equipped for future market shifts, trends, that sort of thing. But that's all I have to do with this topic. No new revenue today. We should be getting in that water bill repayment, so $600, $700, $800 coming in sometime this week. Not much, but I paid some CRM costs. So that's where we stand with this one. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you want some more stuff like this. All the usual corny shit. Hit the notification bell, bro. You're going to sub to my shit. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing.